Why, good morning, you beautiful souls. I'm incredibly excited. It's our last satsang of this theme of really self-realization and self-mastery in the month of May. And the ultimate end goal with everything in this spiritual journey is to come to awaken to the depth of the love that is everything. That is the creator, that is source, that is you. Your window of awareness, that I am presence that we all exhibit and have in this waking state, is our channel, that river back to the top of the mountain. And the most important thing in this journey of self mastery is unfolding those layers of what's holding us back from that eternal love, that grand eternal fire that is source. So this morning, we're really just going to open up that heart fully and dive deep into the oneness, that love, and most importantly, have an opportunity to let go of the things that are holding you back from loving yourself. Because ultimately, here, you are the light of love that is the creator. You are love. Everything here is love. So, get those last few wiggles out. When you hear the first 3 taps of the singing bowl, allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale. When you release the breath, transform it into a powerful Om. Lower your jaw and allow that A note to resonate from the chest, that heart space. And as you close the mouth, the U and the M will form naturally. Lay back within the window of your awareness, this cinema, this movie theater of the mind. Do not allow yourself to be drawn away by the temporary happenings of thought, emotions, or sensations. Simply observe them from this point of indifferent observation, of silent witnessing. For you are that eternal knower itself. Come to look within your heart, whether it be that memory of a loved one, that knowing of a great memory. Begin to focus on that heart smile that radiates effortlessly in those moments of glee, happiness, joy, satisfaction, and love itself. Simply rest within your being. Know that you are that silent witness, the observer. When you hear this final tap of the singing bowl, again, shift your full attention to the sound of the ringing. And as it fades, so to allow the dust to settle within you, to simply observe the happenings from a point of not only indifference, but separation. This path of self-realization strips away that in which we're not, revealing ultimately what we've always been, what we're always searching for, that divine perfection which we eternally are. Yet that is the beauty of this experience, for as we gain these recognitions and knowledge, we transform them through this action, through these steps of life, those experiences. leading us down this path of self-mastery. And as we've come to journey together and experience this, two sides of the same coin are a never-ending journey of unfoldment, this inner looking, this letting go, this compassionate acceptance. This is a journey of love. Much can be said about this path of this waking state, this playground of human experience, because we come to appreciate what we really and always have been. And that's one of the many spiritual paradoxes of this experience that we come to understand, is that the more we unfold and come into a deeper knowing, the more we re-remember what we've always been and simply forgot we were, because we've been caught up in the conditionings, the play, the temporary happenings themselves. But that is the beauty of this experience, is that we get a chance to fully and finally understand not only our source, but the eradication of our fears, our doubts, our shame. Because these inner lookings change our perspective and understanding of that in which we've lived through. There is no greater power of transmutation and transformation than our own walking of this inner looking. It brings us to the doorstep of the divine, and come to look into ourselves in the mirror, we recognize it's always been there. We've just been off the mark. That true origin of the word sin. Because when we become lost in this play, we identify with the external and we forget that the internal is the true source of this experience. We become trapped in the temporary happenings, the imprinted conditionings, rather than this understanding of our eternal nature, that bliss, that peace, that happiness, and that love. The eternal fire in which we are but a spark and an ember of. If you don't already, ensure you have a smile on your face. For this is one of the easiest ways to remind the body that this inner looking isn't anything to fear. That this letting go of the temporary, including the body's attachment and love, is not something to fear, but a loving acceptance of what is real and what is not. Just because we understand that this temporary body will drop, but our beingness, our sense of self will remain, is not something to fear, cause tension, but to embrace and to truly love and give reverence for this experience, for we only get this one lifetime in this body. Although we live many lives, it is this unique experience that provides the opportunity for us to awaken fully, and as that awakened being itself, you come to know the eternal love that is. But it's here we take this understanding, this path of self-realization and self-mastery to the next level, because ultimately we come back to that recognition that all is of the Creator, that all is Source itself. That same divine light of beingness that birthed you has birthed all you've come in contact with, from other beings to the pets and creatures, to the plant and mineral kingdoms, to the table, to your electronics. It matters not. Everything lives in this womb of the Creator. Everything is a cell of the whole. The eternal fire of love and light that is Source is the nucleus, that anchoring, that original point of origin for your beingness itself. Just hearing these words, allow the heart to open up and shine and radiate that light of the Creator, for you are that unique expression of the One. This is the origin of Namaste. Bowing to the divine within you, we can recognize that all of these sacred words from Amen to Assalam, they all originate from that divine Om, that in which all is, that divine light of love. We must come to assimilate this within our beingness by accepting the reality and weight of what this means. That everything you see and touch is but one and the same energy. Although we can perceive these objects, these items, these people from a position of otherness, we must come to recognize that is but the lesser lens of this body itself, the egoic natures that keep us alive in this physical state. For without them, humanity would not continue on. Many would forget to eat. It would not be something that this playground could flourish by. But instead, we undertake this grand game, this divine play of seemingly forgetting everything of who we are and what we are. And we partake in this search of divine hide and seek to come back home, to truly love and appreciate that in which we are. For without it, how could we really claim we love it? By honoring Creator, we honor ourselves. By honoring ourselves, we honor Creator. It's in this same understanding, that timeless saying of searching for yourself and finding God, and searching for God and finding yourself has originated from, because again, they are one and the same. You are not the almighty creator, but you are a part of the creator. Does the foot ignore the hand? Does the nose say it is not the tongue? All are of the same body, all are of the same essence. And that is the origin of your power. That is the origin of your divinity itself, as that God and goddess of creation and manifestation, for you are a child of the Creator. And it matters not why. We must look at what is. That you are that divine love. And so is everything around you. What happens when you see such kinship in every step you take, every breath you make, every journey in your path and adventure? What arises within you? How does the flow of experience change around you? Live with that knowing, the forefront of your mind. Allow that to be the lens in which you perceive and receive information from. That all is one. That all is love. You will notice a drastic shift in your experiences. You will notice a subtle change in not only demeanor of your own beingness, but those around you. It's here you can come to fully recognize and awaken to the unique gift in which you are, that light of love, uniquely crafted and made. So come home to your true position. Awaken to that eternal fire in which you are. For again, ultimately, this is the path of self-realization and self-mastery, is to come back home to this recognition. And once you know and experience, you can continue to refine that light, allowing you to let go of everything that's holding you back. And ultimately, we must question every assumption we have. Look deep within your heart. As that light and love of the Creator, as that spark of the eternal fire, what is holding you back from fully expressing you? It matters not what happens around you. Change starts and originates from within. if you are unable to feel this eternal love or perceive this eternal love, what within your very beingness is holding you back from it? What stories, what past experiences, what pains and traumas fully come within? Look within your heart. If you are that divine, why aren't you treating yourself as such? And if you are treating yourself as that divine God and goddess you are, how can you continue to worship and praise this experience, the creator of it, and the many siblings of cosmic origin that we live within and around? For if we cannot love ourselves fully and raise our own vibration and allow our light to shine brighter and brighter, how are we going to be able to love all else? And this is where we must come back to that understanding of the cup overfloweth. You cannot empty out your waters of energy, of love, of compassion and understanding, of acceptance and surrender to others when you have no fuel within that cup. That liquid of love, that nectar of life. Take a deep breath here. And when you filled your body up with as much air and prana, that chi around you, release the breath, letting go of all tension. What is holding you back from loving yourself? Again, take a deep breath. How could you love yourself more? When the body is full, release the breath again. What within your experience can you do to bring more love into your own experience in life? Again, take a deep breath. What's holding you back from such actions? And as you exhale, release. It's here we must bring ourselves to that simple understanding. Without loving ourselves, we can never love anyone or anything else, not to the fullness of our potential or our abilities. And with anything in this experience, why would you half-ass it? Why would you choose not to give your best, to put in the best? One can instantly question and ask themselves, have I truly tried my hardest? Very few are the beings that have truly given their all. For that is the true divine aspect of our experience. That saying, where there's a will, there's a way. As a god and goddess of creation, you create and manifest all in your experience. And if it is not arising exactly how you see in that heart and that mental imagery of the mind, that imagination, then there is something holding you back from fully expressing yourself. That life is providing you not what you want, but what you need to come into a deeper understanding of this oneness with Source. That eternal love in which you are. And when we come to understand and perceive our experiences through this recognition, that life is always providing us what we need to unfold, to grow, to come into a deeper recognition of this intimacy with Creator and Source love. Everything begins to make more sense. Honor your divinity. Hold your head up with pride. For this human experience is not easy. It is by far the most difficult playground. Because in this experience, you are born forgetting. And it is only through that heart speak, that small radiating light of love, that we come back home through much adversity, through many processes of transmutation, of turning pain into power, of suffering into strength, of loneliness into oneness and love. But as many on this path have experienced, the beings who willingly and lovingly, consciously partaking in it are far and few in between, but know that every time you and others awaken to this love that is the creator, that eternal fire in which you are, that all is, the faster and the quicker that these lights of love shine, influence, spread, and grow. And just as that law of inertia, these fundamental rules and laws of this physical reality and the spiritual progression itself, the more the momentum shifts and changes and gains speed, acceleration. So know that the depths of your inner looking in this recognition of your eternal nature, of your origin of source, the faster and the greater that we can accelerate this mass evolution of consciousness for our fellow brothers and sisters throughout the globe who have not been so fortunate nor courageous nor curious as you have to have tread this path this long. So again, hold your head with pride. Hold yourself with that divine love in which you are, for you have overcome so much to be on this path. Continue to worship that divine within you and the divine around you. And simply observe just how beautiful life transforms. But again, in this processless process of recognition, we come to understand that life has always been that way. It is simply our perspective, our perception that is transformed. Allow yourself to again have a big smile on your face. When you hear the final tap of the singing bowl, draw in that love, that light in which all is around you. And as you exhale, transform it into a powerful and mighty Om. As you proclaim that divine creator that all is, that you are, that unique expression of the one, in praise and reverence and gratitude. And allow that Om to shine and spread throughout the globe, touching the hearts of those who have awakened to the light and waking up those who are still turned and blinded from it. Namaste. I bow to that divine within you. And I hope that this kind of exploration of self-realization and self-mastery has helped you this month. If it has, let me know in the comments. Send me a message. I'm curious. I know there's a shift arising within society, within consciousness, within everything going on right now. And it's all of our opportunity to really unfold at a deeper level. There are, you can almost call them different gates opening up that were closed and far away for many to experience and acknowledge. and really assimilate into their being. And because we're in this process of change, because we're entering the summer, the light is beginning to shine more and more. That love is beginning to radiate stronger and stronger. More light is being shined on the falsehoods, the lies, the corruption. But because of that, and in turn, there's always going to be a process of healing that needs to arise from such recognitions. And that is why you, if you're made it this far, that's why you're here to listen to this. Is because you're one of those beings that is ready for the coming change, that is readying themselves so they can be ready for those around them in the coming weeks and months and years to come. You are you're a trendsetter. You may not realize it yet, but you're partaking in the path that humanity will follow. So continue to love yourself. Recognize that this love of the eternal fire, this love of the Creator, it's the only reverence we can truly give, because that's all there is. And when you can remember that when you entertain, you can experience, when you give yourself permission to see the world, to see all others as but expressions of the one, not expressions of you, expressions of the Creator, that you are as well. It takes us off that high horse that self-righteousness and goodness of the gunas can take us into, and brings us back into that space of the heart. We must come to recognize in the spiritual path, we can see that our investment in the person, the egoic identification, becomes drastically elevated as we seemingly forget in our human experience, and our spiritual recognition drops. And just as this seesaw of duality shifts, when many undertake this path of self-realization and self-mastery, they fully identify with the spirit and they neglect the body. I know that's what I did. And one of the things that arises here in this process of self-realization and self-mastery is we continue to ascend, but we seemingly forget our partner in crime here on this planet, this playground. And ultimately, it's always coming back to that state of harmony, that recognition of our divinity, and applying it through this temporary experience. But it transforms. We don't live in scarcity and fear when we identify with the person again. And I shouldn't even say identify, it's when we acknowledge what this experience is, that this body is but our trusted and humble steed throughout this playground of the divine light and love, that we come to really give it the space and the love that it needs. It's all a game and exploration of love, and we have to go into this journey into the spiritual understanding of ourselves to really bring it back to the experience here, because that's why we have it. We're here to learn, we're here to grow, we're here to love, we're here to live. So what's holding you back from that? That's ultimately the question that is left remaining in this search, is what's holding you back from expressing that love in which you know you are, and that all is. Not only expressing it towards yourself, receiving it from others, experiencing it in life. So, take some time. Take some time to really look, determine, and know in your heart where you can plug up those little gaps, those cracks in your armor, so you can love yourself again. Because the more you radiate your light of love, the stronger it's going to grow for all those around you. You're going to start to gravitate. Things are going to start to change. You're going to see it transform pretty quick. So continue this dance of love with glee, with trust, that deep faith in knowing that all is going to be okay. You're the divine light, baby. You're God and Goddess. Don't ever forget that. I love you so much. Love yourself fully. And with that, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed. And in that seed, may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment, for a tree shall grow. And in its shade, may you find peace, and offer peace to all who ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. And I love you so much. Thanks for tapping in. We got June coming up. Wild already, right? Time skipping. But Hey, Wednesday's gonna be a great one, and I'll catch you later. I love you so much. Peace.